Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Dreams Unveiled with Daun, Whittaker.
And Melissa Salazar.
So good to have you here this morning. It's really bright and sunny in central
It is
New York.
very bright and sunny today.
But we are feeling rushed because it's not long enough.
Yeah, never is. It never is. We have such a short summer here. Beautiful summer, but short.
I would be really happy if it was just summer and fall.
Yeah.
Is it just me that feels
I mean, I like, I don't know, maybe like 2 months of winter, 2 months of like 3 months. I could do 2 months of spring.
Oh, yeah, I love spring.
I like spring, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Fall's nice here. Fall's really is nice.
Yeah, I think I definitely need to moving to the south quicker than I am, that's all.
Yeah.
So, our dream today. So, first of all, we seem to be having a little bit of a theme in some of our dreams. Anybody that has time off in the summer or there's a drastic change to their schedule, what we're finding is that they're having dreams processing the transition and moving into the transition, especially if they have kids. So I think we have another dream.
Yeah, all of our listeners are relaxing right now.
That's right. Nobody is in a rush to work too much. No, I'm just kidding. It's a big transition. We do really have to understand that. Especially if you work in a school. Mm-hmm. That's a huge transition. So, with no further delay, I'll read the dream.
Oh, this is from Haley from Central Square.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And Haley has submitted 2 of them. In this dream, she remembered fragments of it, so it's more like a bulleted list of things, and it was just a very small amount of things. Couldn't find the right size dress pants for my son for his end of year ceremony. Found an old photo of me and an ex-boyfriend that I wanted to share with him, but didn't want his wife to get mad. It got put somewhere and drinks got spilled on it. I started to try to leave, but someone wouldn't let me, and there was no way. So these are some really big themes.
Yeah.
So, and this may really, so here's another thing that we know about Haley. Haley is leaving her job. Her choice, it's really not been a great place for her to work. And apparently other people felt the same way. So there's a lot of issues at her workplace, and she has made the decision to leave. So I think this really is about that.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at it. Let's start with the son's pants for
the end of the year ceremony.
The end of the year ceremony. And I think her son is in middle school or late elementary, but I'm pretty sure it was middle school.
Yeah, so her trying to be prepared,
right.
for the end of ceremony. I know as like a mother rushing around trying to get things done. I see it.
Yes. Very much needing to be prepared, needing a good fit.
The right size.
The right size. And this really is related to how you want to be perceived by people around you.
Mm-hmm. How she wants her son to be perceived.
Yes.
Also,
And it could be her son or it could be her.
Yeah.
And it's really important. So I think for this one, it's her. But it could be somebody else dreaming this. It could really represent that she's feeling she needs to really support him. Maybe she feels she has not been there because of all the other things going on.
Right.
And so she's got to take care of this well. And that could be it. Or it could be just a representation of where she feels right now in with her life. I need to be prepared. I have to find a better job.
Just the right fit.
That's right. The right fit. I need to be prepared. People need to see me in a great light. Could be all of that. I suspect that is what it is after talking to her.
Yeah.
And she definitely strikes me after talking to her as a planner. This is somebody that likes there to be a certain level of planning, but not so much that she loses her summer.
Right.
So
that was like the first one, and then her like whole next scene is like she's
the ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, she finds an old photo. I assume a closet, That's what That's what I think.
Shoebox under the
yeah,
bed.
Yeah, exactly. Don't go looking. But yeah, she finds an old photo. She's like nervous about showing, she wants to post it, but like, she's like, oh, the ex is probably going to think something, because it would be weird randomly posting a photo and then, your ex there. But it's really just the memory of it.
And here's the thing. She wasn't concerned about the ex. She was concerned about his wife seeing
the
it.
wife. The wife,
And the ex she was very thoughtful about that. And then when she wanted to, so she decided not to, but she ended up spilling water.
Yeah.
Or it didn't say she spilled it. There was water spilled on it. Mm-hmm. So this is some great imagery. I love how her brain did what it did with using this image.
Yeah, and she only thinks it's like such a small thing, but like we've noticed in all of our dreams, something small could be something huge.
Absolutely huge. And this is pretty big because the photographs typically represent our past. Mm-hmm. So this is something about her past. The idea she didn't want to upset the wife really is about her wanting to maintain proper boundaries with people.
Yeah.
So my guess is, because of this job, and she's had this job for years, that she is really reflecting on herself, on her past, on her life, seeing where she's going. She's at a bit of a crossroads. So this is really taking a look at her past. Mm-hmm. The water is what is so interesting, because what that is showing, that either through emotions or through her memory, that what she is seeing in the past may be a little tainted or changed. And I'll tell you, this happens all the time, whether we know it or not. As we grow and go through life, we rewrite our narratives a lot of the time. Absolutely a lot of the time. Mm-hmm. I remember dealing with a situation where an adult son was very angry at a parent for not going to see a lot of his activities. He was very involved in theater and band and all of that, and the parent worked a lot and wasn't around. The parent remembers very clearly being at almost every single one of them except for a couple.
Yeah.
And has pictures and evidence of it. And it's not uncommon. So let's say, because he's being informed by what's going on in his life at the time he's thinking about that memory. Let's say what happened with him and his parent the relationship was not in a good place.
Yeah.
And he really needed that parent. It is not uncommon to rewrite that history to support and validate where he's at currently. So a lot of times narratives can be rewritten. I love the one good thing about selfies and all these pictures everybody is taking is we have evidence.
Yeah.
Because that's really, I've seen in people, even in couples, where one's going, that's not how that happened.
Yeah, I don't remember that. And then they're like,
so, but some of that is narrative rewriting. It's not somebody lying. It's not somebody that just has a better memory. Some of it is really your narrative gets rewrote because our perspective changes over time. Mm-hmm. So I love that. And that's what the water represents emotion, but think about it, made it unclear.
So kind of messy.
Yep,
kind of messy.
Absolutely. So I think that is such a great part of this explanation. So, and just so you know, this has nothing to do with an ex-boyfriend. It really has to do with her past.
Yeah, memories.
That's right.
It's more of memories.
The trapped and unable to leave. And we've seen this before in dreams, okay? She doesn't really know how or why she's trapped or who's trapping her. And I think that is really important. And what it really represents, that she is confined, she is trapped, she feels a little bit stuck. And she probably does. It's when you have a stable job, but it's a job that there is some serious issues with, whatever they may be, and you choose to leave it, and you have a family to take care of, and there are expectations about you as an income earner in your family, and quality of that employment experience.
Yeah.
You can, for this, it could be paralyzing a bit.
Right. I mean, it's scary doing something new or starting over or, so it is a feeling of being trapped.
And there's tons of what ifs.
Right.
And so what happens a lot of times, even when you're confident you can get another job, it's scary. You start playing those what ifs. You start wondering if you were, what you contributed to losing the job. And it's not uncommon because our employment is so involved with our identity, that they're so commingled. It's such a huge part, especially for men, but not exclusively, that we end up getting depressed. Even if we're the ones leaving the job, we may end up going through some depression because so much of our identity gets tied up in that. So it really is, it seems like it's an appropriate thing for her to feel like this. It could be somebody in her life is kind of a naysayer. Oh, you should have stayed till you got a job, or you should have done this, or you should have done that. And she's having to deal with that. A lot of times when you are feeling that kind of trapped or unable to leave, it's a real conflict between you feeling very obligated and you wanting to be there, right? It's really hard to figure out on what side you're on. And that really depends on the individual. Now, a lot of times when we have that in waking life, it really could mean that that we do feel trapped, that you're not free to speak your mind, you don't feel safe saying things, you feel boxed in, unmet expectations, could be any number of things like that. So it's really important to be thoughtful about all of that. But that's a pretty significant symbolism in dreams that anybody should pay attention to, even if you not pay attention to the rest. But for this, I really think it is about this whole employment change, maybe this reevaluating self. Also, it could be, as far as, the first one about her son, really could be, how am I going to take care of my family?
Right.
In light of all of this change? Am I going to be able to? Did I make this decision prematurely? No, this was the right thing to do. All of that. And the dream is just unpacking and helping you to process through a lot of that. So that is your dream, Haley.
I think that was a good one. I think her dream is helping her process things.
I absolutely think it is. Positively.
Yep, and really, we have faith in you. We got faith in you, Haley, that you can get over any hump that you got with this job.
And I know when you're in your new job, you're going to be like, I definitely made the right decision for my family and for me. So we're pretty excited for you.
Don't forget,
wait, one other thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do this. Trapped and unable to leave may also relate to the fight about making that decision to resign. Right?
Yeah.
Could be. Okay, that's just that lingering thought that I didn't want to leave out when we go through and edit these, and I'm like, I should have said that. So, okay.
Well, on that note, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
And share with as many people as you can. If you know somebody that has dreams that are really revealing to them and they don't understand them, we want to read them. Please send your dreams to dreams@daunw.com, dreams@daunw.com. We want your dreams. We would love to go over them. You can also pay $30 and have a private Zoom with me, and I will analyze your dream and record it and send it back to you. So there are many ways to do this. If you put any questions in the comments, we will answer them in the comments. Anything that you have dreamt about is probably not that dissimilar than other people, so we really want to talk to you about your dreams. We want to tear your dreams apart.
Yeah. Sweet dream, guys.
Thanks. Bye.